players and the people playing against it. But I'll tell you what, we have been seeing Greatsword represented in top 8 in all the regions so far. So everybody's trying something with it.
Yeah, more than happy to see it. And already we're going to be seeing Macheeete open off with the sword. He's picking up the Greatsword, and already, I have to say, Neeze just taking so many different hits here, finally able to get those gauntlets up and something started, but that is the kind of an opening that you want to have through Macheeete.
Yeah, so through all 4 sets before top 8, it has been purely Jaehyun reports from Macheeete. So he's been locking in the Jaehyun the entire day, opening up with that sidelight opener, again the sidelight finisher as well, and then Neeze on the other side with the Mordex, has a scythe, has gauntlets, has blasters, and then he tends to pick all the legends in between that have a mix and match of these three weapons. He's got some bow. So let's see how this game 1 plays out here between these two players. Historically, Macheeete wins it, but Neeze is a little bit of a different beast since Winters.
Yeah, I've been noticing how popular Scythe has been in EU, at least for this event thus far. There has been quite a bit of representation.
Frydazol, Pavelski, and Sandstorm, just making everybody go wow, that weapon's so cool. I want to be that good too.
It's finally the time. Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's just really freaking hard to play. Yeah, and then Neeze, he's been having it as a pocket pick for a while here. Macheeete, however, taking the lead in game number 1. And yeah, playing with the sword right now. Lots of sidelights, 3 in a row. Oh, lights there. Oh no.
Able to get a good amount of damage onto the boy. Dash jumping here, looking for the neutral as a way of catching Neeze's landing. And Neeze has been struggling to land for so long already. The weapon toss. Oh my god, Macheeete is just going off right now. And Neeze has just not been able to play for the last 20 seconds.
He's trying. Side air gets stuffed right there. Let's see. Okay, that pivot down sig, not the best thing that I've ever seen coming up from him. And the down sig from Neeze will be this is how you use a downwards hitting signature. Uses that Mordex down sig, pretty cool. It hits in front of you, but you can use active input to launch them forward or backwards. So Neeze just using that correctly to get that stock out as early as possible. But a Greatsword recovery would just seal the deal here for Macheeete on this second stock, bringing Neeze to his last in game 1.
Okay, Neeze trying to get something started, but when you dash jump and commit to down air like that, that does put you into quite a dangerous position. Macheeete just finding the anti-air, but the recovery, that is definitely one of the more consistent ways for Greatsword to actually find a KO. It struggles until you get that recovery because of its very generous horizontal and verticality.
Yeah, and what's so comfortable about Greatsword recovery too is that it's pretty steerable. You're going up as you're using it. You can drift wherever you want. You can jump out of it pretty quickly as well. So it's just a nice move to throw out from time to time unless somebody's very apt at punishing it. Neeze taking a ton of damage there from the Greatsword.
Macheeete was bold for trying to edgeguard like a scythe without a weapon in hand. Yeah. That is, you'll be falling into a lot of those sweet spots, but luckily made it back fairly unscathed. Huge hit there. Yeah, that neutral sig, fantastic. The weapon throw actually interrupting the D-Light recovery, and then the second one comes through. Clean 2-stock coming out from Macheeete there for game number 1. Over double damage, and I actually could do the math on that one. He did 11 more damage than 11 more than double damage over Neeze in that game number 1. That was just destruction, and Neeze gets right off of the Mordex, thank goodness. Goes over to the 9 dex. There was a thing of consistency of follow-ups, so perhaps the lack thereof, right? And it was just
he was lost.
Yeah, the hits were coming out, situations were being set up, and then never actually found that follow-up that you kind of need to make Scythe work. Never found the dodge call.
So we've got the 9 dex Princess Bubblegum coming out here, and I think I talked about this before. I'm gonna. What Vrax unlocks at 9 dex is the most tilting combo in the game. It's that D-Light, End-Light. Oh no, stop. How do you hit it so much? I look at this, I remember watching Neeze lock this in against Luna at Dallas, and I'm sitting next to Sparky, and I naysayed Vrax so hard because Vrax got this combo back in a balance patch right before it, and I'm down-light, End-Light's not going to change anything, but yet Neeze ends up hitting it 8 times a set. And look at this. Look how much better this game 2 is going for him. That is just a lot of extra damage that you normally would not as consistently find. And now Neeze just looking in a really good position here, able to get that D-Light into the side air to close out that stock. I can't stand it. What is this emotion you're feeling? I just can't stand watching Neeze succeed with downlight into everything. You really hate watching him win? Only with the lance in that way, right? It's kind of like you unlocked this rare dexterity-related gimmick that's actually not a gimmick, and it's just very, very strong, and everybody doesn't know how to play around it. Nice weapon throw. Catches Neeze putting out that Blaster's recovery a little too early. I mean, what even is the counterplay besides just don't get hit by downlight? Yeah, don't dash into downlight. That's why I'm mad. You get it. You're like, the counterplay is to not run into my opponent. Yes. Still works though. I think it's because unless you're playing Rax, you don't really see downlight used as an opener. And then Neeze just what was that sound effect? Princess Bubblegum on the Lance. Gravity cancel neutral signature. Up 2 stocks to 1. This is exactly what happened against Luna at Dallas as well. He's just so good.
Yeah. Right now we have
Macheeeete
blasters. The Lance is out of here. All of a sudden, I saw you like shoulders relax a tiny bit here, and just dashing in there. Macheeeete trying to get something going, but then again, within that sort of GCD light, you just put yourself so vulnerable. It covers a lot of space, but then you basically just a sitting duck if you don't hit it.
Dare gravity cancel downlight, went for the dodge and read. Okay, why you gravity cancel downlight that high towards the blast zone? Neeze just really far ahead. Goes in for that slide charge side signature.
And you're allowed to throw those out, right? You can stock up. You can afford to lose 1 or 2 just like that. You eat that recovery.
I don't know. If he dodges now off of 1 sidelight opener, the damage is even.
Okay, Macheeeete just opting to go through the sword food, like a little bit of consistency. Not trying to do anything funny here. Okay, backing off. Now we have Great Sword on deck. Tries to go through the immediate side light. Was that the neutral light? No, that's the downlight finish. Excuse me.
Yeah, and he's. It looked like he was just. Oh no, he spot dodges in place, but the delay on the side, so he actually sends him off stage. The recovery comes through. Macheeeete has like 1 jump and a dodge. Oh, he goes for the down, taking the dodge down. That side air, dash jump pivots there. Weapon throw forces it high. Dodges 1 weapon. Perfect spawn. Gravity cancel downlight doesn't hit. Side sig's not gonna hit either.
No.
Neeze is letting those signatures go a little too soon. It's gonna be a down sig knockout. Let's go, Neeze. Hit him with the. It's like that disjointed blast. Okay, delay recovery, fine. First one of the day. Blasters main.
He was so excited and yet so disappointed so quickly.
I felt like that was the answer, but downlight and downsig did the same thing there. Just one would have been cooler, and it would have made me go Neeze.
One of them is like kind of the consistent and more optimal option, the one that you're not getting punished on, and it's like
bad. Yeah, the other one is just like you did this, and it was cool, but we really shouldn't have done it. Man, Neeze making the 9 decks Rax work, and he's the only one. He is the only one that I actually believe can actually play the character to its full potential. And doing so against Macheeeete there in game 2 was really fun.
And something that I've also like noticed, we're seeing not necessarily always going for the D-light into the neutral light. We're seeing like some attempts like, okay, if this is like true and this always lands, I'm gonna still go for like those jump callouts, like the D-light into the side end, because of how consistently Macheeeete was also like still jumping out of it.
Right.
Sort of dropping the guaranteed thing for what is the more damage and positional favor.
Well, and to be clear, they're still. Oh no, he doesn't touch the stage. Oh, that weapon throw was so brutal because he got him with his recovery. And to be clear, the reason why the downlight end light is activated does make everything after downlight that much harder to dodge out of too, right? So it's good to just be like, okay, I'm getting these downlights, I can go for these mix-up where I do a jump side or whatever have you, and it's that much harder to get out of for players that aren't adept to that situation. Nice job with that neutral light pivot. Snare. Recovery just catches Macheeeete in the sky, and he gets rid of his weapon, but that spawn comes in pretty nicely. D-light recovery would do it, and Neeze kind of needs one right now.
Ooh, I like that as like an attempt to anti, but Macheeeete just able to land nice and safe, able to get the finisher, tosses out the weapon, forcing out the recovery, and punishes exactly where Neeze wanted to go. Neeze was leading into that entire movement, able to get one little downer. Is that going to be it?
Goes for the weapon throw, D-light ground pound. That was amazing.
What a punish. That was so optimal.
Yeah, very risky too. But I like the idea. It's a classic edge guard. Oh, D-light and light. Oh no, that's where all the damage comes back. It's a classic edge guard opportunity where like a player will delay for a little bit, wait for 2 jumps, go for a weapon throw, go around the side of the stage, and then gravity cancel downlight. And Neeze called that out so hard that he got a stock for it. And now he's getting the D-light and lights. Oh, he was a little off with the timing there. Gravity cancel side light and a nair recovery. Neeze goes for the Sarah. That could have been the stock. He almost brought that back completely.
But that's still a lot of damage. That's exactly what you wanted. Now you only need that fewer amount of interactions to be able to completely even it up.
Yeah, he was almost down 3 stocks to 1. And now if he gets
2 stocks in the red to 1.
Oh, if he gets one more hit, I think D-light recovery is activated. Let's find out. Okay, side sig, D-light recovery. No, we can't do it there.
That was hey, you think you can punish this? I'm going to press this big funny move. I'm going to wave this little magic scarf, and you think you're going to hit me.
Yeah, and he didn't, and he ended up taking a lot of damage for it, but he doesn't get the knockout yet. And if Macheeeete gets one more string here with the great sword, that's going to be good. Side light, side air, sends him off the left side of the stage. Might as well be an even game, especially after the next 2 downlight, end lights that are just going to hit. Oh, thank goodness he switched over to the blasters, saving my psych from going insane over that combo. Falling side air, down air, nair was a cool idea, but he didn't X-pivot it, so he didn't hit it.
Yeah, you had to turn around to be able to fully connect it, and right now Macheeete off stage here, makes back on and just looking for a way to just keep Neeze in disadvantage. They end up resetting neutral, tossing out the blasters for that infamous Lance.
It's time, downlight. Let's go. There it is.
You've now like hit like the acceptance stage of
wait
like
for
loss.
it. Oh, he went for it 3 times. He's gotten hit all 3 times. This can't be. Downlight and recovery. Downlight's punishable. I guess he learned, Dara. He did.
Which is what exactly? What was the exact lesson that was learned?
Just don't land on Lance. I don't know. It's weird because no, I guess sidelight kind of has a similar function there. The one thing that downlight does that's a little odd for light attacks in this game and signatures in this game in general, like there's a few characters that have them, like Jay and Downtick has it, Barasa Downtick on Axe has it, where like you kind of step back a little bit and then you put out your move, whereas everything else either hit stacked or you step forward. And after that loss, Neeze was kind of like, okay, I'm convinced the Vrax has overstayed its welcome. He's over to the Lucian. I think this is, in my opinion, Neeze's best character. It makes me wonder why he doesn't bring this out right away all the time, but Neeze has got his own little flowchart for the 5 characters that he likes to play. And every time he gets on Lucian, I bring out a sigh of relief and I say, thank goodness. Now there's a chance that he can actually win.
Oh, but right now, you basically out of jumps. You touch the wall, but Macheeete threw out the weapon. No longer have the ability to go out there. Able to get a good cover. You set up that juggle situation. Don't fully commit to the neutral. And as a result, Neeze able to reset neutral successfully. But Macheeete has just always been the one to set up these juggles, these edge guards thus far.
Yeah, these dodge reads from Neeze have been fantastic. The ones from Macheeete a little bit lacking. Neeze has been landing with gravity cancel downlights and not getting hit for them. But he's still at a damage deficit here. Doesn't get the gravity cancel downlight on that N-Sig. A little too quick.
That was a really cute punish idea, right? With like the GC reverse D-light, but no, your spacing was off.
What is going on here? Weapon throw, sidelight, gets the stuff recovery. Okay, neutral and recovery. That's going to be it. Neeze takes the first stock. Dash lands like crazy. Primes the guitars. He wants to see if he can get Macheeete off the side of the stage here. N-light and the weapon pickup doesn't get the downlight. It's unarmed Sarah. I think one more of those would actually just be able to do it. Macheeete could possibly nair him off the top, but Neeze now running away with the lead here. Falling nair, downlight, goes for gravity cancel Lensing, and that's going to be punished, but I like the idea. Would have been a great edgeguard opportunity.
Okay, right now Macheeete just going to be picking up that great sword again here. This is, you know, pretty well favored for Neeze right now, but you just have to get in there. You have to be able to get some of those follow-ups started. Didn't actually find the down air, tossing out the guitars, but luckily that weapon spawn coming in so clutch.
Ooh, went for the pivot snare right afterwards. Macheeete covers the landing. That's a good one. Oh, no. He turns that down air landing actually into Neeze's attack. Weapon throw pickup goes for the down air. No, side air hits. Did he touch? He didn't. Gets hit by the side air again. He's got to be low on resources here. Doesn't get the downlight, though, because he touches the side of the wall. Neeze can't find a weapon spawn. Sends him flying. Perfect timing there. Down to could be huge. Does he do it?
Macheeete just slowing it down. Nice and patient. And
I was waiting so hard. Neeze down stakes are really fantastic. And he's waiting for the jumps there as well. I just can't believe Macheeete.
As soon as like he sees like your head like poke out through him, he's like, oh no, going back down.
Yeah, and that's just like a Lucian classic. Oh, the delay recovery goes up the nair and he gets him off the top with nair knockback. That's the first nair knockout I think in like history. Duke is like reeling over on the side.
Got, like, jump past that top blossom.
Are you kidding me? Only on Brawlhalla. Okay, all right. Well, we have all these other highlights, but let's be okay. This is the down sig here. Waits for that fade back. Reacts to that first exclamation point, gets the knockout there. We just got started.
Look at how much damage.
We could have just not had a break in the replays here. D-light gets that chase dodge recovery, and then, okay, no, he does the recovery right after the D-light, and then he diagonal chase dodge pivots the nair so that the first blast hits him off the top, and that was just it. Macheeete, his stock is deleted after 3 moves, and now we're on game 5 on Demon Island.
It just happens that way. Sometimes you just get your movement called out like that. Somebody just perfectly spaces it, and you just have to hold that.
I guess. I mean, if that just is how it happens in Brawlhalla now, I'm like, stocks are going to take 5 seconds. I can't believe it. Demon Island, I think we're a lot less likely to see something like that. But dare gravity cancel D-light, side air, Neeze really is
coming alive.
He's just been fantastic with downlights. Like we've been talking about how like all the other blasters that we've seen so far in EU just cannot hit that move. Neeze makes it look like there's no choice but to be like magneted into the move with how much that he hits it. But Macheeete's still holding on strong. Weapon throw Sair will get the edge guard there. Can Neeze make it back? He can! Gravity Cancel sidelights his way back to stage, actually. Crazy. Nice edge guard regardless, but...
I like the GC sidelight, honestly, just so that you can get like that touch and then also still like put out a hitbox, but it didn't do enough knockback that it would get like Macheeete off of you significantly.
Yeah, it was a huge risk. That gets the recovery right away, evens it up 2-2. Couldn't ask for a closer set between these two players.
Yeah, this is crazy if you like think about like Win 2 champs, that this was grand finals. This was for first and second, and they're actually down here like in top 8, like in the first round of elimination side of top 8, excuse me. So this is happening sooner than it should be.
Yeah, either player going down here at 7th is a tragedy. I think we were talking before this block even started. I was like, all right, this is going to go game 5, but for who it's going to go to, I'm not really sure. And just being able to see it be this close is so exciting.
I have Neeze right now. The way that Neeze has been playing and like opening with a lot of the like blasters follow-ups and especially if you could like pull out those kinds of early stocks, I mean, that's going to be all Neeze.
Yep, and when Neeze is on the Lucian, I really feel like he can beat any player in the world, except Godly maybe. He hasn't figured out that crutch yet, but he's got to get through Macheeete first, and Macheete's keeping it close. One-sider comes through, weapon throw, goes into the sky, finds another sword, but Neeze cuts through with the guitar recovery, looking for one more. Downlight stuffed by the Dare, and now it's an even game once again.
Okay, coming back in with a down air, tries to go for the GCD light. Nice, cute little follow-up idea, but now you are stuck trying to land. You have the blaster, excuse me, really good spot dodge.
I can't believe he spot dodged that. Yeah, that was tough. That was a crazy timing. If that didn't work out, he got hit by recovery. He was
That's
just
not a
done
move
for.
you typically spot dodge like that either.
You do it. Yeah, you don't want to really take that risk. You can spot dodge the last blast, but when you're in the middle of it, it's pretty tough. But the spot dodge not only works out, it gives him an opportunity to find that Sair edge guard, and now Neeze is on tournament stock here in the Summer Championship. Falling Nair could be a good start here. Call-up recovery would definitely do the job.
The difficulty with the guitars is actually how do you take that stock? Well, you know what? If you find a recovery, you get the recovery, and that's it.
D-Light recovery is the best way to do it, I think. Just tough to find, and now dead even game, last stock. Neeze
the blasters is exactly what you would want here. This has been like the unsung hero of Neeze's kit to me.
Yeah, I think both weapons could work, and it's just a matter of who gets their hits here for it. Okay, after 3 endlights in a row, I mean, that just might be Neeze's game. What is Macheeete going to do to respond?
Slowing down the game, nobody committing to anything. There is a lot on the line here. Again, we have another game 5 last stock elimination side situation transpiring.
Well, they're both like
terrified.
Yeah, this is interesting. Like Macheeete is not. Oh, gravity cancel downlight. Gets him off stage, has to force up, gets the sidelight finisher. Neeze still doesn't touch the ground. He reads him going down with the downlight. Neeze recovers onto the stage. Falling Sider disarms Neeze. This could be it. Gets through with the recovery. Endlight waits out the dodge.
Such a good wait. Yeah, the delay to be able to punish that. The weapon toss to increase your threat distance as well. Now slowing it down again. Nobody wants to commit to anything quite yet until Neeze actually dashes in there.
Oh, he stares the wrong way. Recovery calls out Macheeete. The weapon damage on that sword has got to be really high right now. Another attack, instinct hits.
Neeze is so threatening. Neeze is going in. Neeze is not resetting. Neeze is trying to hold as much of this advantage as possible, but such a good side.
He's gonna risk it all on one downlight here, and it's gonna be 50-50. What is it gonna be? Oh, it's gonna come back on the stage. Falls. Gravity cancel downlight. Avoids one Sair. Oh, I don't even know if these would do it. One sidelight, chase dodges forward. He can't switch a weapon. The dowsing hits. Catches the last blast. Macheeete has no weapon. He starves the weapons out. Picks up the blasters. Goes to the gravity cancel downlight. Other way. Sair low on jumps. Can he make it back? Oh no. Macheeete can't find a weapon dar. The Sair gets it in Neeze. Gets the win. 3-2. Wow. What a crazy game 5.
If I am Neeze, I am giving offerings to whatever force gave me those weapon spawns. Because they just were in the perfect position every single time in those last